Okay, so in this step, we are going to actually install the DynomiteDB server. The easiest way to do that is to open a browser to the dynomitedb.com website. Go ahead and click download DynomiteDB, and then click the install DynomiteDB on Ubuntu Linux. Once you've done that, it's just literally a matter of copying and pasting commands. So this first command, what it's going to do is get the key. So we want to do that first. And we'll start with our first server. So we're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to go ahead and get the key and then do it on the second server by pasting and run. And third server is the same thing. Okay, and we start again here at the first server. So the next one we want to add is the DynomiteDB apt repository. So let's go ahead and copy that. We'll paste it in, run it. Second server, paste and run. Third server, paste and run. Okay. And then of course now we want to do an apt-get update. This will update our repository cache. Okay, and we can let that run on all 3 servers. And once that's done, we're now actually ready to install DynomiteDB. So it's just, if you notice, very quick and easy. It's 4 commands total, 3 of which is just getting the key, adding the repository and updating our apt repositories. And then finally, we're going to install DynomiteDB. So let's go ahead and paste that in. And let's add a -y at the end to just make it install quickly without asking us questions. Okay, and we'll do one more. There we go. And there we go. All 3 servers, we have DynomiteDB installed. So what we want to do now on all 3 servers, we want to start the backend. So we'll first start the Redis backend. There we go. Third server. So now Redis is started. And then finally, we want to start the Dynamite server as well. So there we are. Good. So now it's up and running. And now what we can do is we can actually test the logon. So if you recall from the documentation, we can use port 22122 to connect directly to a Redis instance without looking at the cluster at all, but looking at just one backend. And of course, we can look at the connect also via port 8102, which allows us to see, basically see the cluster through Dynamite. One important point is we have not yet configured the cluster. So although we have 3 servers, each of the 3 are functioning in standalone mode. So let's just go ahead and quickly check our servers. Let's do Redis CLI minus port 22122, which connects us directly to the Redis backend. -H for host, and we'll connect to localhost. And let's do something like set name and DynomiteDB. There we go. And then we can do the same thing. Let's just make sure we can also get, which of course should work. There we go. And next up, let's just test this through the Dynamite proxy. So the way to do that is 8102. And there we go. So we can see that that Dynamite and the Redis backend are working correctly on this one server. In the next video, what we're going to do is go ahead and actually set up the cluster.